I'm hosting the red carpet and I'm co-hosting the red carpet.
Come
So
on, red carpet. Who are you channeling? Who would be your red carpet? Like, if you could red carpet with any like celebrity who does red carpeting, like who would you do that with?
I think, does the show House Guest? It was
Uh,
Scott Evans.
Scott Evans.
Is,
Oh, he would be so fun.
is that right? Is it Scott Evans?
Yeah, it's Scott Evans.
Yes.
Yeah, Scott
I would
Evans. That
love
would be fun.
I would cut up with
Oh,
Scott.
y'all would be so funny together. Oh, that'd be a cute one.
If you see my socials and you see me on that new show Cutting Up with
Yes,
Liz,
I did see you on this, which was so cute.
So Liz, who is the host of that show,
I'm ready for this show. I'm ready for this episode so much.
So Liz has a great show. It's called Cutting Up, where she has like great conversation with people as they build collages together.
It is so cute, y'all. It's the trailer, what you showed me was so cute.
So the host that was on that show that day, Liz, is co-hosting the red carpet with me.
Oh, you know what? That's a great pairing, because even in that little snippet that you shared, great energy between you. I was like, oh, this is cute.
It's so funny. We just did a rehearsal earlier this week. And one of the producers from here at Brick was like, hey, so let's rehearse so you guys can build a rapport. And we just looked at each other and we're like, we have a rapport.
We have a rapport already, baby. It's already in there.
Brunchers, if you are available, well, you should be available. No, it's not March. It's May.
Yeah, you are up there. Try again.
I will be co-hosting the 2026 Be Free Awards on May 16th.
That's right.
26th at 5 p.m. at the Brick House in the Art District of Brooklyn, New York.
My first year attending was last year. It was so much fun.
Last year we won.
Last year we won.
We won a Be Free Award. And
shout out
I'm
to
presenting for the same category that we won in last year.
I love this. The winner is I love this.
Oh, there's some great podcasts too that I looked up that are in the category, and I was like, oh my God, I'm so proud of these people.
Oh, this is so great.
So proud to be in the community of these creators with them.
That for you.
Okay, so let's see what we got here. Do you have any questions? You ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
This is Brunch, Blaze, and Babble,
where we eat, elevate, and talk about
media trends from the past,
the present,
and the future
from a Black perspective.
I'm your host, Roger Turner.
And I'm your host, Alexis Bertrand.
So sit back,
spark up,
and let's get into it. Hey, Alexis.
Hey, Roger, baby. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm actually pretty excited.
Why are you excited?
Because when this podcast comes out, it will be tomorrow. So tomorrow I'll be a co-host for the Be Free Awards.
He will be a co-host for the Be Free Awards, y'all.
I went to the first rehearsal. It's actually pretty fun. It's going to be a good show. I'm actually pretty excited. I think it's going to be a good time.
Oh, I can't wait. So y'all, I'm very excited. So yes, I'm excited for you too, because I will be in the audience trying not to cheer and stumble over my friends,
No cheer. We don't need all that energy.
We're gonna get all that energy. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fun. So fun.
Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, no, wrong question.
You are up there, girl.
How was your brunch?
My brunch was good. I just had me a nice little, I think it's getting warmer. I want like less carbs. So I really just got me a nice little spinach and feta omelet. Oh, so divine. And I had me a little bit of hot avocado on that, little hot sauce. It was great. It was just the best thing. Some toast, and that's it. Now, you know what? I also have found brunch to be different because I've stopped drinking almost for the last, it's been like over 6 months now. I just stopped. And I feel like I'm tasting things differently. I don't know if that's a real thing, but it just tastes different. Everything it tastes better, not different, but I'm like, I don't, maybe because I don't have alcohol in my body. I don't know. That might have nothing to do with it, but that omelet was banging. That's all I got to say.
Ooh, that sounds delicious.
And what did you have?
Well, my mother-in-law is in town.
Uh-oh.
So my husband,
she throw down.
Huh?
She throw down.
Oh yeah. Well, she didn't cook. So because we want her to relax. We don't need.
That's okay. That's true. To be
looking when she come to visit us.
I know that's like the visit.
My mother and my mother-in-law be coming here thinking they got to do something. And
I know, and they ain't coming.
Get your ass down. Go sit down. Let us take care of you.
Oh, I love that.
So we ordered lunch today because my husband was like working and I was working downstairs trying to get ready for the show. And we ordered from this place called Impact Kitchen. Kitchen. Impact Kitchen. IMPAACT. And it is this really like they have paleo dishes, they have really clean eating food, like
come on, clean eating.
Yeah, they have some great salads, lots of gluten-free and vegan options. I had the turkey chili and the make your own salad. On a scale of 1 to 10, how high are you?
I'm at a nice 7.5. That's what it feels like. It feels like a nice 7.5.
Okay.
How about you? Where you at?
That's cute. That's cute. I'm an 8.
Okay, now the way you said that 8 was real tight. So 8 and climbing.
8 and climbing.
Brunches, if you could have saw this little Janet Jackson shoulder move he gave me.
I don't know how much more I'm gonna be able to push these buttons.
Okay, we better make it quick then.
Figure it out.
Okay, we're gonna figure it out. Okay.
You want to tell the people what we're talking about today?
Let me tell the people what we're talking about today. So, brunchers, Roger and I be swapping, recommendations. Hey, check this out, girl. Check this out. You check this out.
You said swapping. I was like, excuse me? What were we doing?
I'm done. We're gonna edit up. Excuse me. We were not swapping. No, not my good sister. I am so weak.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So let me try that again. So, brothers, Roger and I can I say exchanging? I don't know if I can say exchanging.
Say whatever you want.
We be sharing. Oh no.
All of it can get dirty. Go ahead. Go.
It's gonna be a mess. Well, we be recommendations, right? He has some recommendations. He shares with me. I have some recommendations. I share with him. So this time he said, girl, I want you to go on to this TikTok, the people's TikTok, and go watch this thing. And I was like, what's this? He's like, it's real quick, like 3 or 4 minutes. Just go check it out. He said, there's a bunch of episodes out there, but just go check it out. I said, all right. I'm sitting here. And I go watch this thing. Next thing I know, 30 minutes have passed. I have watched 10 episodes of whatever this thing was that was chopped up into these gorgeous 3.5, 4-minute moments. And so what the hell? So I had to look up from my phone and say, what the hell? So imagine, brunchers, these 90-second, like I said, 3-minute dramas packed with these attention, getting plot twists in the first 30 seconds. They pack in a cliffhanger here and there, and you are just hooked and like immersed in this world they've created within seconds. Welcome to the world of what I now know are called microdramas. So since the introduction to the US market in April of 2025, this has become a $1 billion market. Now, Roger and I will be talking about the $1 billion products. When it hits that number, it's legit. Quibi founders are somewhere screaming. Yo, for those of you who remember, right? Quibi, this is where I think we first started seeing these ideas pop out. So our questions are like, what will Hollywood do with this? And more importantly, what will happen to microdramas when Black culture gets a hold of it?
Amen.
Because we all know who the culture setters.
We need to
the originators
out because when we season it,
what? Okay. When we season it right, this microdrama with a little bit of seasoning for real.
Do you know what potato salad used to taste like before us?
Okay. Potato salad was horrible before us.
Before us, potato salads was potatoes and mayonnaise.
Macaroni and cheese wasn't even good.
That's it.
They didn't even know what that was. That's right. That's us. Listen.
That's us.
Okay. So this episode is entitled MicroDramaQueens.
Get it. That is a wonderful introduction. Thank you for telling the people what we're doing. I think it's time for us to pull back the curtain.
So pull this one back. So listen, what kind of crack, heroin laced video stuff did you put me on?
Honey, Listen, so
Yeah.
let's just tell the people now how we got into microdramas. Let's
Yes.
just
Tell
how
me.
we got
Yeah,
into
tell the people how we got into this.
So it was just announced that Hooray Media by Issa Rae was going to be launching microdrama series on TikTok. It was only available on TikTok, entitled Screen Time. Apparently, Hooray Media had a couple other things that were already going on TikTok, but nothing had caught wildfire like Screen Time.
Yeah, this was insane.
Screen Time is a mystery thriller about two couples being blackmailed about their darkest secret.
Yeah, it's so cool.
It is 26 episodes.
Don't let that scare you though.
Because the episodes are like 90 seconds each, every single one of them. It is the format, and like they immediately give you the stakes. It's very good. It's very well written. It's performed well. The actors all do a great performance. It keeps building tension. I don't have plot questions. Nothing feels rushed. Nothing feels unbelievable.
No, you have to, and you have to allow your, okay, so two things I want to say. You have to allow yourself to suspend a little bit of, you'll get the details, but not in the order that you might particularly get them in.
Right.
Which I think works really well for the murder mystery, because that's how murder mysteries, or just crime mysteries kind of work. They work that way. So that's why this format worked well. But to what he's saying, if you're trying to envision this in your mind and you think like, okay, it might be acted well, but like I felt like they were sets. Like the places they were shooting this in, it looked professional as hell.
It all looks so good.
Like, are they on a set?
So
like, oh my God.
It get me interested, and I was like, why is Issa like, and I saw an interview with Issa Rae about Issa talking about how media is changing and how this new format has become really popular. So I was like, I'd never heard of a microdrama. What is a microdrama? Honey. Okay, so I understand why I've never heard of it, because I'm over the age of 34. So apparently,
Did you say over the age of 34? Yeah. I love how you put that on. I love you for that. You are a queen.
So listen, and I say specifically age 34 because 12% of all internet users have viewed a microdrama. 12%.
Oh.
But users between the ages of 18 to 34, that number jumps to 46%.
Oh, so they watching them.
They are watching them.
Oh,
and you have watched them before, but you didn't know what they were.
I didn't know what the hell it was.
So you're scrolling through. So if you've scrolled through Instagram and you saw this story between these two people, it was like the billionaire trying to get trying to find a wife but keeping his billionaire identity a secret.
Yeah.
You have the woman that's actually the CEO of the hotel, but she's posing as a maid, being mistreated by the managerial staff. And you're waiting to find out what she's going to say to the staff after she's been mistreated. Like, if you've seen these little 90-second scenes and scripts, they were episodes of a microdrama. Now, a microdrama is what like CNBC is using. There's been a report from CNBC, from Wall Street Journal, all the major studios, Hollywood Reporter, everyone is talking about microdramas because it has dominated the media industry. So they've been around for like 10 years. So like the first big microdrama app is actually a Chinese one. I can't, don't ask me what the name of it, because something in Chinese, I don't know it, girl. So that app came out because China censors social media so much that Chinese youth couldn't get the same material that content creators and influencers were making in the rest of the world, especially the United States.
So they ended up.
So they started creating their own medium within the vertical field. And so they started making these microdramas. Now, in the beginning, it became pretty rough, but somehow around 2023, they started like catching their groove. This first company made $13 billion in for microdramas. And since they reached out to American and other world markets outside of China in like April of 2025, their profit margins have more than doubled.
What?
Yes.
You already said 13 billion. You said 13 billion.
And
now you talking about they doubling?
Has more than doubled.
Ma'am.
From 2023 into April of last year.
Oh, so we see exactly why Issa Rae doing this.
So because TikTok has just launched its own microdrama app. So the number one provider,
like Instagram, well, not Instagram.
Yeah. Well, Instagram is how they're seeing them being advertised, because you're not seeing.
Yes, that's right.
Because all of the apps have a Instagram or a TikTok profile, and that's how you're seeing these microdramas.
Yes, that's right.
But if you want to see the rest of it, you have to subscribe in Instagram. I'm sorry, in YouTube, or actually purchase the app and see the rest of the stories in the app. Now, these apps, girl, it's genius and kind of evil genius at the same time. Because you know how like the whole predatory gaming apps that are out on phones, like you buy something, you have to keep buying to get levels, and then you have to keep buying things in order to get to other levels, and you can't really win unless you buy something else. So these microdramas are designed around the same dopamine response. So you have in the first 90 minutes and that first 3 seconds of the 90 seconds, you have stakes are established. Boom. Immediately. And then 23 seconds in, you have a plot twist. And then you end that 90 seconds with a cliffhanger. And that happens every 90 seconds.
Yeah, that was insane.
And they're giving you that. And so when you're on these apps, they'll give you the first 5 episodes for free.
Oh, bitch.
But then if you want to see the rest of the episode or see the rest of the show, you have to get you have to start buying memberships. And these memberships are on average running $19.99 a week.
Oh, $20 a week?
A week. $80 a month.
Wow.
$80 a month.
For each show? I mean,
for the entire app. For the entire app. So you are watching, you're paying around $90. So you're a monthly, but if you get a monthly package, you get like a little bit of a discount, but it's still like, it is crazy how much money they're making. Because on top of that, so because I've been through a couple of these, I went through the real stories, so TikTok is coming out with an app that's called Barnbox, I believe it's called. They are doing a no membership model, and then are trying to plan to do commercials, but eventually it will go to this membership model. But if they don't do something quick, they're not going to catch up financially to these other apps, because I'm looking at these other apps and like, I went through Real Shorts. I went through.
Yeah, I looked up one of them.
I went through.
The HUD is insane. It's laid out perfectly, y'all.
I went through Drama Box. I went through Short Max.
We're talking like the HUD, like comparable to like Disney, Hulu HUDs, Netflix.
There's
like it's
so many.
It's things. Legit.
So I want us to start thinking about terminology right now. So I'm calling them microdramas, because that's what like the business industry and media has been calling this format. Now, young people that are actually watching these things are calling them verticals.
Because you hold a phone up vertically to watch it,
and because this media or these stories that they're watching are more than just dramas. They're comedies. There's action. They learned. Before we get into any more of that, I want to really talk about this money-making format.
Yeah, this is a little bit insane.
So it doesn't stop at the membership. So every little episode. So there's also a coins thing that you can buy. You can purchase a certain amount of coins, because what happens every once in a while. So Real Shorts is the only one that had like queer content. So I watched this one show about this nerdy queer boy becomes this the swim captain, and then the um rich kid at school that is also on the swim team.
Oh God. Okay. All right.
They're like
Cute.
they're like flirting with each other because the rich kid is like is just figuring out that he's bisexual, has like feelings for the other nerdy kid. And
Uh-huh.
so they're falling in love. And there's this back and forth. The dirty kid is trying to take care of his mom, and the rich kid has got other stuff, family stuff, and they're coming closer together. And there's a moment that they look like they're about to kiss, and at the bottom of the screen, it pauses, and the bottom of the screen has two selection blocks, and it says, if you want to see them kiss, here click spend 18 coins if you want to see them.
What is happening? What?
And if you don't select the 18 coins, the story keeps going, but you just don't get to see it.
But you don't get the action?
No, you don't get to see it.
Oh, that is insidious. That is what?
And then there's like little decision things that happen that are like, does he tell him off, or does he let it roll off his back and walk away? Does he flirt back with him or call him out on his flirting? Like what does like you do, it has all these different things that you can, it doesn't change the story, but you get to make a decision on what action happens in these things. So it's interactive, and it's playing on.
That's crazy.
Because it keeps having cliffhangers. But if you're into this romance, and especially you're seeing like a teen romance, and it's like the scholarship girl, there's a lot of academy like girl drama.
But
like,
what you're telling me, I just want to make sure I'm clear. So what you're telling me here is, on top of the subscription, people can then like buy a bunch, spend some more money, and buy in-app currency, these coins. And if it's an interactive movie, you by spending coins, you get to interact with the movie.
Coins, you get to see certain things that they're like stretching out, like the kiss and all the other different things.
I am done. I am undone.
Or the slap. You want to see the villain finally get slapped. All the things that you've been building and you really want to see, they'll throw in a little extra charge. Or you just don't get to.
Brunches. This is insane.
And this
is insane.
They're making it is an insidious marketing format. Well, not marketing, but like business format. Like
that's
subscription format. It is, but unfortunately, it's working. Like people are watching, and they are spending the money to see these apps and this format. There are 4 different apps. They are making content because you're only shooting 90-second episodes, so you can shoot a whole season in like a week. You can shoot a whole season in like a week because it's only or you could shoot a couple of seasons in like a week, and then like do a bunch of different shows. I saw in a bunch of different shows, I saw the same actors in a couple of different shows, and I was like, oh, you probably shot these in the same week and played different characters.
Wow.
And the whole season will amount to about 2 hours, which is about the length of a movie. So it's like filming a movie. And it doesn't also fall under union coverage for actors. So some union actors have to use a pseudonym to work in some of these microdramas, because SAG-AFTRA and the rest of them
ain't playing with this.
Well, they haven't caught up to how they need to create the guidelines around this stuff. So many people don't know it. Like Hollywood first of all, in Hollywood's defense, they did try to do this. Everybody remember Quibi?
I do.
I remember Quibi.
Thought it was great.
Quibi was trying to do their thing, but
I think Quibi was the first app that tried to get us to absorb content differently. I will say that, right? Because they preceded. Wait a minute, when did they come out?
It was in 2020.
Sorry. So I think, let me back up. Streaming did that, right? Because streaming was like 2007 or something like that, going back to that 18-year thing you were saying. I think Quibi tried to find us a different medium. I think they were another company that was like, this is a different way to absorb content.
Quibi was especially looking for content that was designed specifically for you to watch on your phone.
Yep.
And so they weren't doing the thing that was meant for TV, but you
It was supposed to be shorter on your phone with the same level of.
So they had a couple of things that were
polish.
going on. So they were trying to do like 20-minute content with
That's
like
right.
celebrities. They had raised all this money. They had these big sets. They had all these different things. And they did a entire app subscription model. And so they did all these things, but then when people started doing it, as soon as they started doing it, the pandemic hit. The pandemic
hit out.
And people were like, I'm at home. I can watch my TV.
I'm not touching these people. I'm not doing it.
I'm going to be over here watching Tiger King and all the other girls.
Baby, I forgot about Tiger King.
We was all watching Tiger King.
We all were watching Tiger King.
Okay. So everybody went back to watching TV. So it didn't work. But what happened with these other microdrama apps, well, verticals apps, is that they were using cheaper production with higher subscription points. And so in order to keep you buying, you have to purchase money in order to see what happens next. And so to keep the story going as guess what's going to happen next, or you're not going to know what happened next. And they use subject matter that they draw you in, and you want to see the couple kiss. You want to see this person get slapped. You want to see the criminal get caught. You want the billionaire to reveal their identity. They'll drag that out and keep dragging that out until you pay more money. And when I tell you billions,
I see it now,
have been made because they're spending between like less than $50,000 for a season.
So you know what this reminds me of, the conversation we were having about why reality TV is so popular, because the overhead is not high. So they're paying zero money. They paying $50K ain't nothing in the realm of trying to make a film.
It's set vertically. Like, so you're shooting vertically. I ain't got to worry about past what's right here.
Right.
Behind you in this set. They don't need to be a wall over here to the left of me.
Even though the one we've been watching screen time, they paying real nice.
They paying real nice.
Okay, it's just the room that they're in. You're right.
And so when I watched a lot of these, like, the acting's not great. The stories aren't great. There's a lot of like plot holes in it, but I wanted to know what was gonna happen next.
They still edited or worked it in such a way that you still like.
I still wanted to know what's happened next. I wasn't gonna spend no money to see these little white boys kiss.
Right.
And I wasn't gonna keep going. Here's the thing: all of these major apps, all of these things that I'm finding on YouTube. So YouTube is the number one place that people view microdramas, because YouTube is like the number one streamer in general. I knew, but I didn't know like to what level.
Oh yeah, YouTube is
like 44% of all streaming, and then somebody else is like 38%. I think it's Netflix. Netflix is 38%, and every other streaming app is under 5%.
Wow.
Everybody else is scrambling to get content. Like, yes. So those two apps together are 80%. 82% of all streaming is YouTube and Netflix.
Can I stay on Peacock?
I'd be on. Look, Apple TV got all my money.
You know what I'm saying? But still, we talking about we in the 5%. That's crazy.
I be on all these things. Okay.
That is crazy. So this is just a massive, massive hit in a relatively short amount of time, right? Because we're saying 2023. So it's grown here. Do you know? And this is the one thing I was interested in. Do these actors do they get paid? I don't know. Like, I'm not saying millions, but
there isn't a lot of information about it. So they're not, because they're not under union rules. So they don't have to pay actors the way they would have to pay union, because they're not covered under union.
That's interesting. I want to say, like, well, you could use it for publicity. Like, let's say
they're not covered under union. So they are getting paid. They're not getting paid what they usually get, but they also can do more work in a shorter amount of time.
Oh, I mean, like they could do like 3 movies in a
So
month,
if you're
or
not
3
getting
microdramas.
if you are a working actor and Hollywood is not doing a lot of work right now and you're not getting paid, you can still get your bills paid by go doing a microdrama. I just talked to a woman today and she was like, "Oh yeah, I auditioned for one of those." And I
Okay,
was
so we
like,
know that there's an audition process. There's
when
like,
I tell
it has to be legit.
when
There's
I tell
so many.
you, I've talked to so many people this week. When I tell you nobody knew what a microdrama or a vertical was except for actors and teenagers. Nobody knew what it was. But
This is
it is
incredible. Okay, so can we got these 2 questions, right? The first question was, what will it do to Hollywood? And I think like we touched on that a little bit. I'm wondering if the question should be, what will it do to Hollywood, and how will Hollywood react?
Well, Hollywood is currently reacting.
Okay.
So there are TV studios. Disney has its own incubator program where it brings in companies and helps build them up. So DramaBox, one of the microdrama apps, is in this year's incubator for Disney.
Disney's like, okay, we see you. You know them.
Another
Okay.
big
Ooh.
studio just purchased their own microdrama app, and they're pulling a bunch of creators from different microdrama apps, and they're creating their own, and have also said that they're going to start using AI to help produce a lot of these new shows, which is crazy and dangerous.
Yes.
Because that's fewer actors that you're going to see.
Yeah.
And it's cost them so much less to make these things, and they're gonna make so much money on such little content. So what I know Hollywood is responding to is that their format is not making the money that we used to make. And it's kind of because it's not great. First of all, the stuff that's out there, it's not great. It's not like riveting.
It's not Oscar. It's not riveting. However, I thought Screen Time was just
Screen Time was the first one that I thought was great. But if I look at the stuff that this whole industry is
overall, yeah, absolutely.
Stuff is not. It's definitely it's like it's soap operas on steroids.
So that's what makes me nervous, is that it's almost saying like, oh, I don't have to have the top notch actors and actresses. I can I don't want to say dumb it down, but I can bring it down. I can bring the quality down. So I can give you.
Yes, Hollywood is really looking at is getting this out of so many studios, and Hollywood has been so concerned or prioritize profitability over art and creativity. And like,
yeah, because I don't think it's gonna. I mean, the way
because we just did an episode on sequels and remakes and reboots.
You're right.
Nobody's
I feel like okay, I agree with you. Not agree with you. I see why they have, they're working on, respectively, Hollywood has some big studios that are working on their own. I'm wondering if that's the way to control what is happening, because to not respond to it would be stupid. But if we already have our own, we can kind of create our own machines. Because I still feel like I don't see this going the way of the Oscars. But let's say microdramas blew up. I can see it to the point blew up, meaning like they're now getting awards attention, right? Because we said the same crap about Netflix and streaming years ago. They'll never make anything original that's even worthy of being an Academy Award winning whatever. And now look at us. I'm just saying, if I take that same logic and I apply it to this, I can definitely see that there might be some like purists out there who are like, I'm an actor, I was trained in all of this. Y'all over here doing these microdramas, like that's like little league versus big leagues. I just don't feel like the big leagues are going anywhere.
I feel
like there's gonna be this really ugly tension. I guess it's my first.
I feel like when opportunity and being able to eat becomes an issue, the highbrow actors that were so against Netflix on over there. Wasn't over there. What Martin Scorsese over here having a fit about Netflix not bringing people
a whole fit?
Didn't he have a whole fit about Netflix not letting the people come to the movie theater? And he also got billions of dollars from Netflix right now.
Blink, blink.
Did you not watch The Irishman over there on Netflix?
Blink, 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 blink.
Listen.
Tune changed real quick, didn't it?
Okay. So so you have creators like Issa Rae and like other creators that are going to start using this format, but they also want to control the price of these format because they realize if they follow this same like purchase format for storyline, I don't know how much longer that's going to last because I mean, it'll last a while because of quality,
right?
But I don't know. I can't see myself paying $80 a month for a show that I only watch on my phone, unless the content becomes really, really good and it has me in it.
And I think that speaks generationally.
Mm-hmm.
I also think that speaks to where we find our palette, where our palette is in terms of the quality of what we like to watch and what we like to absorb. I think those two things are like really, really big because I don't know a 20-year-old unless they're like a student of film or something, or I can see them saying, I would pay $80 a month. Because I think there's people who watch some of the stuff that we will never watch. We're like, this is, but they watch it. Millions of people.
There might be some people like this is the only thing they watch, so they don't need anything else other than this $80 a month, and they have a plethora of like things because the variety of what they will watch will be endless because it's so cheap for them to keep producing these things. You can have a membership to one app and see like.
And to be fair, we pick up our phones way more than we pick up our televisions. So if I can make content on something that I know you are picking up every day, people can go days without ever turning on a television. More than likely, people won't even go minutes unless they're sleeping, right? They're going to pick up their phone so many times during the day. And if you got even 5 minutes to spare, you can catch a whole quote unquote episode of something. I think Hollywood should be nervous about that.
Right. And they also should be nervous that like younger people's attention spans are getting shorter because of the age of iPhones and being able to have everything accessible to you. They don't have like most younger people don't have the patience for a 2-hour drama.
It's like that's a special thing. You remember how going to the movies was special for us, but we would be at home all the time watching 2-hour shows, or remember we would watch, especially if it was on, if you didn't have cable, but you had local channels, right? And you would watch a 2-hour movie over 3 hours because it's got commercials and stuff in it. My point is we were used to taking a long time to watch something at home. And then we go to movies, and then I'd be like an extra treat. We're just doing it now in a different place. Now for kids, to your point, they're used to, just like you said, taking things in 5-10 minutes here, 5 minutes here, 6 minutes here, and now going to the movies is special. Oh, I'll go see that because I know I'm going to go, but it's a very special thing when that was every day for us.
Right. And it was this thing with the like the attention span and like the taste, like I can see how that can be a thing that I think younger audiences or younger people will watch 5 minutes here, 10 minutes here, or when they have the chance, but it won't be like an evening activity of a thing that you're going to sit and do.
Right.
There's only so much of that like dopamine response that you can do over and over again before you get fatigued.
Yeah.
And so, and I'm saying dopamine response because several creators have absolutely said that they like this format is designed around dopamine response, like engagement.
That's insane. The science behind it, the science.
And I have two thoughts about it. Like Hollywood is definitely going to try to like get in on this genre, but Hollywood is going to do the thing that, because I've heard several things like on Wall Street Journal and like how everybody has this almost overreaction of, can this new format is going to kill Hollywood and destroy Hollywood.
They said the same thing about streaming.
We do this all the time.
The time.
When we thought, listen, I'm old enough to remember when cable was going to be HBO, the home box office.
Home box office, baby.
Was going to be the end of the movie theaters. No one was ever going to go to the movie theaters.
That's right. That's why it was called home box office.
Right. It's like, why would you go to the movie theaters if you can sit at home and watch the movie on your TV? But guess what? Movies still exist.
They went high, they went hard.
They went hard. And like before, and then at some point, everybody was like, oh, cable television is going to destroy network television. Network television is still happening.
Just fine.
Television, there was a time when people thought television was going to destroy movies. Yep. When people started first getting televisions, people were concerned that when television became more than just selling you stuff and it started to have dramas, people became concerned that people weren't going to go to the movies anymore. People were concerned television was going to destroy radio. XM radio still exists. People still listen to radio. People's podcast essentially is radio format.
Yep. You're right.
People, it's just another option for people to listen to things. So I don't think it's going to destroy the format. I think it's going to be another affordable option for artists to create. I saw an interview with a
option for artists to create. Okay, I'm with you.
There was an interview. I watched a podcast interview with I can't think of his name, but the man worked in entertainment financing. He worked in like not entertainment, film financing, like doing the economics of getting a film made. So he worked in that industry for a number of years, and he said that verticals are going to be the new indie films, because if you're a film student and you have a story idea and you want to do a story pitch or get groundswells around your story, a creator can make a vertical for very cheap.
Yeah.
And make a full length series of the vertical format and then pitch this. And this thing can.
Yeah. That would be incredible.
Yeah. That one episode can be the first 30 minutes. The first season can be the first 30 minutes of your 2-hour drama.
Your 2-hour drama. I think that's so. This leads us to the question of like, so two things that make me nervous is that we see this all the time. Like you were talking, TV, film, music, and like movies. Like there's been this moment where we thought it was going to break apart, and I think movies didn't break apart, cable television didn't break us apart, streaming didn't. And at the front of all of those different formats, even Quibi, right, you see a lot of Black influence. And we love that, because I'm excited on one end to see what will happen. I think Issa Rae is letting us know, like, I mean, from her work, you can see it's just a different level of quality. And even though it's 3 minutes or 90 seconds, I'm still looking at people who look like me tell these really interesting stories. That is going to be attractive. That is going to be big. And we're going to get all of this really interesting, beautiful content. But I don't want what I'm nervous about, because it's unstructured. It's not secure. Yes, Disney and these other big studios got their incubators. I'm nervous that all this Black content is going to start flying out there. And then it's going to get Cadillac card.
There's no,
you know what I mean when I say Cadillac card?
Yes, there's no financial infrastructure for this medium right now.
Yes. I'm saying somebody's going to put out something, and then some little white boy is going to see it and be like, oh, that's great. And I'm going to do the same thing.
Let me tell
that person when the originator, right? I don't want, we had living single, right? I don't need friends. You hear me?
I want to tell you that I watched, let me see, let me count them. I watched 5 different microdrama apps.
Yeah.
White folks. Just white folks and Asians.
White and Asian.
No Black people.
Not a stitch.
0 Black people.
I knew it.
I went through YouTube and thought I found I found one with brown people, and it said African, like microdrama or whatever. And it was this Black woman in like a maid outfit, and they had African accent. But she was in a maid outfit because she was in the billionaire's house, who was also a Black man.
Okay. All right.
It was supposed to be African. It was supposed to be the African version of another microdrama where the maid and the billionaire get together.
Okay.
Until I realized, oh, all these actors are AI. These aren't real Black people.
Roger, shut up.
Yes, the only Black verticals that I have
Now
seen
that's
have
scary.
been AI.
Oh, that's
The only vertical that I've seen with Black people that isn't AI is Issa's.
yeah. And that's where I started. So you see my disappointment as we've been talking. I looked on my little computer real quick. I said, let me look at this.
All the
I'm
apps
just scrolling. And then, y'all, brunches, there are hundreds
all of the
of
apps
movies.
and all of the apps, only one of them out of all of the apps actually had queer content. Only one of them had like queer storylines, and it was all gay white boys. There was no women.
Probably a little Asian in there. Threw Asian. They threw
Oh,
Asian in one or
well,
two.
well,
I'm sure.
on the Asian ones.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
you're
so
right. Just
the ones that are set in like Thailand or for Thai audiences,
Oh,
for
so we got a little. That's where
for
you get your.
Malaysian,
That's where you get your color.
for Malaysian audiences, like because their whole universe is set there, but no brown people, no Black people.
No, they brown. They're not black.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, they Thai, right? They brown.
No Black people.
So
No,
in this multi-billion-dollar sect of filmmaking,
and like I understood, like I was like, oh, because I'm thinking of the audience of person. I'm thinking about some of the kids that I used to interact with, and I was like, I absolutely know kids with wealthy parents that will just let them spend the money to see the thing that they want because they're not paying no attention to this child anyway.
Right.
Like so many of them. And I had somebody say, that's such a small market. And I was like, girl, what world you in?
Yeah, no, honey, it's bigger than you think. And keep this kid quiet. Here, you get $100. Go and do what you want with it. All they do is watch little TV shows on the phone. I mean, yeah, I get it.
$100
I get it.
Not my face.
So even though that's very sad and depressing, but you know what? Then I will. Well, what's sad and depressing for me is that I love that you introduced me to this. You told me to go check out Screen Time, and so I was spoiled, right? Because this is where I started. I was like,
that's where you started.
Great. And so then you tell me there's these other sites, and I go to one of them. I'm like, what?
Where's the rest?
We're not even here.
Where's the rest of the things?
Where's the rest of the people? Where we at? And
when
then
I
you told me
that,
the only ones we see have been AI, which is scary to me because those images can be puppeteered by anyone, right?
Right.
And so we already have a problem in our culture, our global culture, where people want to, if they want to tell Black stories, right? They feel like they can, and AI gives them such permission because who gonna check them, boo, right? I'm also hopeful because we will know the difference, right? Because AI is just a regurgitator. It cannot create stuff moving forward. And because we haven't, Black culture in its essence has not been introduced to the world of microdramas, I'm excited to see where it takes it, because every time Black culture steps into anything, art, dance, music, film, TV, what have you, it is just elevated to heights unknown. So I'm really interested to see what this could do in terms of creating a new swell of Black audiences that could then translate into like the big leagues, the major motion pictures. It's like, wait, we saw this person down here. Because I feel like as generations are coming up, they also want their money too. I think this generation is very clear on like my face, my influence, my words, my style can be monetized. They're growing up with that. So ain't no way in hell, they ain't gonna be able to get away with it long. And I'm not saying that Black people are going to introduce that. I think that's more of a generational thing. I think all of them gonna be like, I want my dollars for my content, right? We see all of these all the pushback that came back with TikTok creators and other influencers. That wasn't your dance, right? You didn't create that. That was created by this. You at least, and now we see people who do that. They'll tag the originator, the creator. Like we had to get to that culture. So I feel like there's still room for us to really elevate microdramas. And I'm nervous about AI because that can easily strip away opportunities. And we know the first people to lose those opportunities will probably be Black.
I feel like,
but I'm excited though. I'm excited.
I also am. I'm excited what we could do with the format, because just seeing Issa do her thing with it, and I'm thinking of like all the young creators that are like out here trying to like make things happen, and now they have a format that they can make their own things at a very cheap cost and then actually turn a profit if they're allowed in the profit share of the thing. If we could figure out how to break that market, that would be great. I also think that how the vertical drama format is created, that whole dopamine response format, is fatiguing. And there's only but so long that you can watch this, even though the story that Issa wrote was really good. It's basically designed around shock and impact. If you're doing that over and over again, at some point that becomes tiresome.
That comes monotonous.
Have you watched the series Citadel? It stars what's one of the Jonas Brothers Brown wife's name? What's her name?
Not the Jonas Brothers Brown wife, Priyanka, baby.
Yes.
Chopra. I'm mad that I knew that. I love you because like I know who you're talking about.
Is it Priyanka?
Yeah, it is Priyanka. I know her. She fine.
And my husband and I just watched the second season. I enjoyed the first season.
It's the second season?
Yeah, it just came out.
Damn,
we burned through that second season. And I enjoyed the first season, but as I'm watching the second season, I'm starting to get annoyed with the show because the show is constantly plot twist after plot twist after plot twist and hangover. Like it felt to me, second season, I was like, so a bunch of white dudes just spitballed a bunch of cliffhangers and you just put them all in one season? Is that what happened? Because that's what I feel like I'm watching.
Oh, I thought it was supposed to be like that because I thought it was like the 24 model. You know,
it is like that. But then once we got into season 2, I was like,
you tired?
I'm starting to feel fatigued now.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Because we binged through it, and as I got through episode 4, I was like, oh man,
this is too much. You're taking me through it.
Oh, now
I get it.
Oh, now she was in the shower too. Oh, okay. Oh, she knew the secret, and y'all didn't tell us that season 1.
Okay, you wore out.
Oh, now we got this. Oh, now they got they lied to you. So what we thought was happening was never happening the whole time. How many times didn't y'all just do that 2 episodes ago? It was like that.
Oh.
I feel like that could happen with a viewer that's watching a season of a vertical drama. So I feel like it is another medium that will be in our culture. I don't think it will be the replacement of something else.
No, I don't think it's going to be the replacement. I think it's definitely going to be an addition too. And the only thing I'll add in there is that, well, the fucked up way that they're mitigating that fatigue is that we still pick up our phones all the time. So there's still some percentage, even if you don't open the app, that you could.
The generation beneath us is a generation that's had like cell phones their entire lives.
Yeah.
Even that generation understands doom scrolling.
Yeah.
Even that generation understands, monitoring or limiting their screen time. So what do you think will be like the look or the dream like format that's going to be in the Black version?
Okay, real quick. So I think in my perfect world, I think is going to be, because we got so much personality, I would love to see. So you remember, I know they're canceling Love and Hip Hop, and I say this quick because but what I loved about Love and Hip Hop is that when they would tell the stories, they will be really intentional about the soundtrack. I really think Love and Hip Hop was the show that really taught all of reality TV how to use sound cues to kind of like let you know the tension is building, or like if they're being playful, or if like something's going down. Like I really listen to the music, and I think I'm looking for something in Black culture where there's this great telling of stories. I would love to see, Black people living in the city, and it's got a great soundtrack to it. It's got a good vibe to it. Maybe I want to see them on road adventures or like murder mysteries, or like, could we even do maybe a sci-fi one? Like that would be really cool. I think there's a lot of, because especially I would love to see something with mysticism, magic, and in sci-fi, because in the major motion pictures, when we look at TVs and film, and anytime they have a Black person in there, like racism is so exists. It's almost as if Black people can't be in space, and Black people can't do magic, and Black people can't be fantastical. The hell we can't. I would love to see some of that content. I don't know, even maybe a talk show. Like I would love to see something in that.
I want to see us be in love. I want us to have our romances without, because right now there's a shortage of like Black rom-coms and Black romances, period. But I want to see, two Black teens fall in love.
I want to see them flirt. Just flirt. What? I don't want to see, don't even give me no sex. I'm not even kidding with you.
I don't need them to have sex. Okay?
I want a little kiss. I want a little handhold.
I want teenagers to fall in love. I want
and parents who act right.
I want young people to have I want young people to be starting their careers and navigating career and love life at the same time without Black having to be a part of the issue, just us being human
and us being joyful.
This little tight vertical format is going to be such a runway for young artists, all of these new artists that Hollywood is not responding to. If the right person has a format, listen, Kev on stage, you already got a platform.
That's so true.
That's not being used right now. You have the infrastructure.
Not Carlton Banks.
Not Carlton Banks.
I think he does too.
Issa is getting paid from TikTok. I hope she can build her own platform and like move Hooray Media into something else. I want us to own our platforms that this comes from. Like I want to see us create more of these things, but I want us to own the platforms that we are on and like following the same format and elevating the format.
And put our names on everything. And I ain't gonna lie, that's the one thing I give Tyler Perry. It's his. You know how it's his?
I don't want us to do the Tyler Perry version one. I don't want us to.
No, but I'm saying, but in terms of like owning it all, like I'm not gonna move unless it's mine. Right, I want you to Ryan Coogler this thing. I'm not going to do it unless it's mine.
Absolutely.
Or Regina King, I'm not going to do it unless it's mine. Like I'm with you. Like you're right. Like if we're going to do it, let's do it.
Right.
So and let's make sure it's mine. So I feel you on absolutely all of that.
There's all of these opportunities that are there. It is a new thing that is happening. I feel like we're going to see more of them, especially going into 2026. Now that TikTok has created this new app.
But so thank you for putting us on, because I had no idea, and I have just 16 more episodes to go to finish this season for Screen Time. I'm very, very excited because it's been
May
so
22nd,
cute.
Right? May 22nd is when.
Okay, I gotta finish. I could be finished in a day.
That's what I finished that first season in like less than 2 hours.
Oh my God. Okay, see, I will get on it. So you're right. I can get it done by tomorrow. That's so crazy. I can get a whole show done by tomorrow. That is
those episodes are literally 90 seconds.
That's right. You're right. And it's so cute. It is so cool. It's so cute.
I think that is all we have for today. What do you want to tell the people?
I want to tell the people that in 90 seconds, you can make all the impact. So go out there and be good at it.
And I want you to know that you are enough just as you are. Thank you all for listening.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.